Welcome, Virgo, to your Astrodice reading for August. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, best house for the month, please. We've got some Venus energy coming through with some Aquarius energy. Going straight into the 5th house. Love that. Okay, talking about that love. Love. I got that Taurus energy going on. Gotta love that with this Venus. There's that Taurian, Libran energy of Venus. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Whoa. Hello. It's gonna be one of those months, huh? Lovey. Beauty. Okay, so with the Aquarius, the energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. So there's definitely something, okay, I see that freedom-loving. But I do feel like, Virgo, it could be a little rebellion, but I feel like it's flirty. Because of the Taurus, because of the Venus, because, you know, that Libra-Taurus flirty. Venus wants to come in and be a little flirty, be a little indulgent in love. But I do feel like you are going to keep it pretty idealistic, though, in some ways. And that's that groundedness that you have within you. So, but I do feel this flirtiness going straight into the 5th house. And that's about love. So, where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. Yeah, definitely flirty. For a lot of you, it definitely is. It's very pleasant, though. I like it, though, because it's not, like, overly flirty. You know what I'm saying? It's still, like, pleasant. It's still pleasurable. It's just, and that's the idealistic, though, going on. Okay, my friends, let's see what's going on with you. Yeah. And I do feel like it's going to be a little creative. You might get a little creative in this area, feeling like, you know, but there is a control, though, with that earth energy coming through. There is definitely you having it in control of the situation, but definitely valuing what you definitely want. So, let's get straight to the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. And here we go. We have Ascended Masters coming through, but not really worrying about the angels of the 4 directions. So that's interesting, but that's because of the new beginning. In the mid-month, there is no transformation in that situation, but there's definitely a back and forth, but you're not going to deal with anybody that has victim mentality. Wow. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm feeling a little flirty, but I don't need you to make me feel guilty for anything that I'm doing. Could be somebody around you. New supportive connection, that's why. The end of the month, you do see the new supportive directions, but then you have the victim mentality on the deception upside down, saying I'm not doing that, but I'm definitely traveling. So towards the end of the month, some of you might actually be traveling, going on a vacation, traveling somewhere with someone. And that could also be that fun that's coming out of the 5th house. So definitely seeing some travel towards the end of the month for some of you. That's a huge possibility. Let's go over here to the Ascended Masters. Now, this is a very interesting thing, because when we're talking about the Ascended Masters, it's like your spirit guides and stuff are pushing you towards this happiness, pushing you towards having the desire, the beauty. They want you to go out there, be flirty, be fun, right? I don't care if you're married, then get flirty with your husband, get flirty with your wife, right? Because it's time now to show the extra passion, and any related problems that you have, it's time to be solved, right? It's time to just relax and enjoy each other one way or another. No negative impacts, just pleasure. And I love that. with the 4 angels and the directions in reverse, it's saying, well, that's why I said that. Let's see exactly what that says, though, guys, really fast. That's going to be on Spirit. Yeah, let's see what it says. Actually, I know what it is in upright, but I don't get it reversed very often. It says this card also brings in the angels to assist in communication projects and careers. It can also help change any kind of self-talk, engage in optimistic and self-honoring language that you know you deserve. So I see what's going on. He can empower you to speak up to others if you have the habit of shutting down, or even if there's just something need to be expressed. This is the time. So this is what it's saying is it's not time to go into hermit mode. Right now, this month, it's time to express your love. It's time to express your feelings to each other. It's time to get out there and have some new connections, or just have connections and not worry about any kind of hiding out or any of that, what I call going into Virgo mode. No Virgo mode, guys, right? It's time to now get out there and shine. And you're going to feel this energy, though, too. And that's that freedom loving coming through. But it's also going to feel a little rebellious. And maybe for some, they even see you as a little rebellious. Like, wow, you're really, on a roll over here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. And this is the new beginning for this month. Taking on this, there's going to be some moderate, and you're going to feel like your patience is way better. And if you are dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aries, you're going to feel like they're being more moderate, they're being more generous, they're being more spending more time with you as well. Wow. And you're going to see their patience. So I do feel like whatever is going on within this situation, it feels like not only are you coming towards your loved one, but they are also coming towards you, or you're going to find someone. For some of you, there is some kind of new connection, whether it's a friend, a loved one, or doing some kind of creative new connection. Maybe you find somebody who likes to paint, who can help you paint, whatever. You see what I'm saying? New supportive connection at work. Something of that doesn't have to be love, because it's places where you have fun as well. But with the 3 swords and the Knight of Coins, it's saying yes, because whatever was painstaking you before and making you kind of shut down or back up, you're now on a move, right? With the Knight of Coins, it's not a fast move, right? It's still earthy, it's still slow, but it's continuous, right? Towards the new beginning, right? And you can feel it and you can see it with the High Priestess. So it's definitely a time to want to engage in things. And anything that your intuition says, you're having this gut feeling, you're saying, it is time for this. I love that. I want to get out there. I want to do these things. There's going to be a calmness that's also going with this. You can see with the High Priestess and the Knight of Coins together that there's this calmness. You see the Temperance over here as well, because she's very calm, right? That card is a very calm, patient card. Not moderately moving. In the mid-month, you say, I'm not taking on any kind of transformations because I'm loving where I am in the beginning of the month, so you don't want to transform. So you're saying, I am feeling flirty, pleasant, feeling good, so I don't want to transform into anything else. I don't want to go back. There's no reason for this time, because there's no negative impact at this time. Doesn't mean negative things don't happen, my friends. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's not enough for me to go shelter down. It's not enough for me to change the energy that I'm producing at this time and the energy that's surrounding me at this time, which is a very good thing. So meaning if people get on your nerves, you're not going to just, want to go and hide and reflect on what they're doing. You're going to wash that off, let that kind of drain on you and say, whatever, water pours on my head and it washes down my back. Too bad for you, because I'm feeling good, right? It's, because you do. You might feel like someone is trying to move away from you. You might feel like you have a friend who is not moving towards you. Maybe they are trying to be a little dramatic. Maybe they don't want to hang out with you because you're being, you're hanging out with your loved one or trying to find a loved one. So you feel like someone might be trying to leave the pasture. Leaving the pasture doesn't always mean exactly what it means, right? Friends, if we're not hanging out together because you're going out over here, maybe you're used to going to the club with them, but you found somebody else, they're going to feel like you've kind of moved away from the norm, right? Saturday night, we always go out. Where are you? Oh, you're with so-and-so. But you do feel this back and forth kind of energy, and they do too. because it's kind of like a wishy-washy kind of energy, like, well, maybe I'll show up later or something of this nature, right? So, but they want you to, I don't know, I feel like they want you to be more pre-organized on where they are, for some of you, than where you are, right? So be careful of any kind of conflict within your friends, because it feels like it could be more of a jealousy issue with the strength over here, but you're finding the strength and bonds within what you're doing, right? But they don't see that. They're kind of draining your energy. That's why I said you're not going to transform. Just because they're draining your energy doesn't mean, or this job is draining your energy and they want you to stay late and you don't want to. Take it how it resonates. You'll know what it is when the time comes. In the mid-month, this probably would be around the 15th to probably about the 19th of the month, somewhere around there, right? You're going to feel that energy change. You're going to feel like they want you to work later hours. They want you to do this, and you're going to try and pull the strings back and forth with the back and forth energy. But you're going to keep as calm as possible. The victim mentality is because of the Knight of Wands. I think somebody is dealing with an Aries. Could be a possibility. We're just going to say fire sign at this time. Doesn't have to be, it could also be a Libra. But what we're seeing also is they're trying to passionately come towards you, but you don't want to deal with their victim mentality. Okay, but it feels like the thing that I like about it is that they're not playing victim. Okay, they're not going to also make you feel guilty for whatever they're doing. So you'll be able to deal with every situation calmly and patiently when it comes to this person. Okay, whether it's your brother, your sister, or whoever it is, whatever it is, whoever, whatever. But we got to be careful of this person, because in some ways you might feel like not only they become the victim, but maybe they lose their temper, or maybe they make you lose your temper, right? But you're not going to have that. So with the Queen of Cups, it does show that you have this big coming together with this new love, but also these new emotions that you're enjoying at this time. And you're facing any problems with patience. I would have to say that a lot of this is actually the free, loving flirtiness of enjoying life or your loved one in the 5th house, creating things, whatever it is, with patience. I think somebody last month kind of maybe made you lose your patience. With the new supportive connections, there is kind of this perverse kind of backwardsness when it comes to this, but you're not going to deal with that. Whoa, with the King of Wands, there it is again. So definitely saying there is some kind of fire sign for whoever I'm picking up on is definitely fire. And they're saying no, because I don't want you to have this new connection. I feel like your flirtiness is causing jealousy. Either to an ex, or maybe you're not giving enough time at work. You're taking a little less time off so that way you can enjoy life a little bit more. Or a friend is very upset. There's something going on here where somebody is very upset. I really feel it's an ex or a friend, or a brother or a sister that you usually hang out with that you no longer are as much because you were dating or hanging out with somebody you love or doing something you love. But definitely over here, because this shows their backwardness at the end of the month is going back. So they come to you and say, I patiently and passionately want this. I'm not going to play victim with you. I want to show you the love that I have. And you say, okay, whatever. But then towards the end of the month, they're going backwards again. Here we go again. Oh my gosh, I have that song on my head. Here we go again on my own. And that's where you're going to feel. You're going to feel like I'm back on my own again, because I'm not going to deal with this. Because now you have this new supportive connection. It could be the same person. You guys, because it's saying that they're new, that they're showing you a newness. So is the new supportive connection the same person who's saying, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Let me show you who I am new. And then but it only lasts like a week or two. And then all of a sudden they want to show you this new supportive connection, but then they get jealous again, and then they want to be in control again. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's the same person. And it's almost like you're saying, wait a minute, you said here you weren't going to play victim. You weren't going to be like that anymore. You said you were going to come at me passionately, not act like that. Give me the new love. Show me that you want to have this. Show me what is real. And then in the end of the month, you're going to show me that we have this new connection, but you're going to go backwards in the connection and then want to be in control of the situation again. That's just going to end up back at victim mentality again. I'm telling you, it's the same person. I didn't see it at first, but I'm saying it now. Or you have a new connection. You guys will have to see how that goes. Because there's two scenarios. Or you have a new connection, which makes them jealous, and then they go back to being that same way again. And the new connection could have been up here where you're feeling good and you feel like you're really connecting to this other person even more so than before. Wow, it's like, okay. Watch that. Just watch that no matter how it is, because it's, as a general reading, it could be A, B, or C. As we're picking up different energies. And definitely have an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Libra, and for some of you, it might even be a water sign. I have water twice. It's 3 people too. Definitely. I think for a lot of you, there's 3 people here as well. I'm really feeling that Libra and that Aries. You. That would be you, them, and another. The deception. I'm not going to play your games. See? That's why I'm saying. And then traveling away from them. That's it. I pack my bags. I'm out. Or just literally going on a vacation, business trip, vacation, 2 in 1. Or for some of you, you're literally going on a business trip, and then for others of you, you're going to go see relatives, and then for others of you, it's going to be like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I really got to go. I got a business trip to attend to. I'm not talking to you anymore. Because the way you're talking is ridiculous. That's that backwards behavior of that Sagittarius again. Libra Sag, once again. Libra Sag, Libra Aries. Underdetermined to want to fix the situation with you, traveling away. Yeah. Having the intuitive enough now to say, yeah, you're not going to do anything because I'm fully aware of the situation at hand now. So having the greater understanding of the situation and the possibilities of the expectations that you were looking for have now decreased within that area. But the energy of your flirtiness and doing what you want is still there. I think for some of you, you have an ex here and you found some kind of other sign, we'll just say. And they're jealous. Because you were just tired of the control situation. It's a very conflicting, controlling area over here, whether it's through the family of who you're dating, or this ex of who you're being, and you're being flirtatious with someone else, and they know it. Towards the end of the month, it's going to definitely have some kind of narrative down here of how they want to control the language. And they really want to try to come back to try to face the problem. But the patience is getting lost. Not within yourself, my friends, within them. So where they said, oh, you want to be patient with me? I'll be patient with you. But then it just takes a 360. Okay. That's the way they want, and that's it right there, guys. That's the way they want to play. That's the way they want to do it. I still think it's over some kind of jealousy of not getting their way. That's the way it looks. They see you flirty. They see you fun. They see you going out, being exciting, being freedom-loving. Maybe, like they said, maybe a little rebellious, and they don't like it. So where they thought they wanted it, they don't like it. Okay, that was it for you. Till next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.